What's going on, guys? Today I'll be doing a review of the Velo DSH2 boxing gloves, so stay tuned.
Uber up the styles like miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junky rhythms right.
Alright guys, so today I have these Velo DSH2 boxing gloves in 14 ounce. I'll do a close-up on, as well as the weigh-in and the review. And Velo is a brand based out of the UK, so big shout out to my friends over in the United Kingdom. And as you can see here, this is a full genuine leather glove with a full wraparound Velcro closure. You do have this kind of a slick plastic Velo patch on the back here that's kind of embossed. It has like raised letters to it. So Velo Pro Fight Company, that was established in 1992. And then the glove itself has kind of a unique design in the way they put the stitching over the back of the hand. Typically you don't see that. I know that Rival has some of their D3O gloves that have that stitched into the top of the fist area, but this is a very unique look. I actually think it looks pretty good. My only concern with the stitching there is, especially on the contact area right there, that it might come loose over time, but so far they've held up well. Then you can see the Velo is screen printed on there, as well as their V logo on the back. And you can see how the stitching kind of runs along the fingertip all the way to kind of the back and top part of the hand, all the way around the thumb. So you have kind of that stitch right there on the thumb as well that kind of goes down to kind of give it a unique look. And then on the fingertip, they have kind of this black and white stripe design that goes across the fingertip. Again, that's screen printed, and more of the same with the stitching that kind of goes up and around the fingertips right there. You do have your standard 4-inch Velcro strap. You know, looking at both gloves symmetrically, they look really good. Double stitching on the palms, ventilated holes on the palm as well. So you can see that there. Looking at the fingertips, you can see kind of the stitching is a little off on the right side, but nothing too crazy. Then you have the nice smooth polyester liner on the inside that has more of a microfiber feel to it rather than that nylon feel that you find with some other gloves. So let's see how much these gloves weigh. These are advertised as 14 ounce. Put these on the scale. Start off with the right glove, and the right glove is about 13.5 ounces. And the left glove is about 13.8. So both gloves are almost right on weight, which is really nice to see, especially for a glove that is a multi-layer foam with gel infused into it. So typically gel, when that's incorporated into a boxing glove, adds a little bit of weight, but it's really nice to see that the weights are on point. So let's do the review. What's up guys, Carlo here, and today I'll be doing a review of the Velo DSH2 boxing gloves. Got mine in red, 14 ounces. This is only a Velcro closure only glove. Doesn't currently come in lace up for this particular model. You can also get it anywhere between 10, 12, 14, and 16 ounces, and 3 different colors including this red. So you can get it either red, black, or kind of a navy blue color. Now Velo is a company that was established back in 1992. They're based out of the UK, and their gloves, you know, are really nice in terms of being more of an entry-level budget-minded glove, and they have a good variety of glove and gear you can check out. So make sure you go check out their website to see what they offer. One thing in particular I really liked about this glove not was only the price, but the fact that they use some quality materials for the price point that you can get these at. But there's definitely some opportunities when it comes to the actual craftsmanship of these gloves, which I'll go over here in a second. So the first thing you notice design-wise of the glove is it has more of a medium to compact profile to it. It's not a huge glove for being 14 ounces. You can see the back of the hand uses this unique stitching design that I don't really think enhances the actual durability of the glove. I think it's more of an aesthetic look to it, just to kind of give the stitching all around. So you can see it's almost like they use stitching to kind of outline the glove. You do have the stitching that goes down the thumb right here, all the way down to the hinge point on the back of the wrist. And then you have this one that kind of goes up, and then you have this stitching that kind of rotates all the way around and down to the glove. So that just kind of gives it more of a unique look. And then on the back right here, you do have Velo that's spelled out on the corner of the hand right there with the V logo that's right there. Looks really good. Doesn't look doesn't look too overdone, but looks nice. And then you also have the 4-inch Velcro strap. It's a full wraparound strap. And this is a full cowhide leather constructed glove. So there's nothing that is synthetic on this glove, which I really like as well. So that, you know, typically you get a lot more durability out of a genuine leather glove. And then you have this embossed plastic patch that's stitched onto the back of the leather strap. One thing I like is that they tuck it in to the leather, so you don't have like a plastic edge that's pointing out because everything is tucked in. And you can actually feel the embossed letters are kind of raised on here, but it doesn't feel like it'll scratch or do anything like that. I still recommend taping that over if you're going to use these for sparring, but at least it doesn't have any sharp edges to that. And then on the palm side, you do have double stitching throughout. The black, red, and white color scheme they incorporate the white leather on the palm side. You do have some ventilated holes right underneath the grip bar right there, and a leather attached thumb. Now the quality of these gloves definitely have opportunity, not so much in the quality of the leather, which I really like. They use this matte cowhide leather that has a really nice thick feel to it, has a matte feel, and it doesn't feel cheap. And I really like that about these gloves, that the leather they use on here feels really nice and high quality. The issue comes into play is with this extra stitching they use around the glove to kind of give it a different look and design. You can actually see some of the stitching coming apart, like right there on the attached thumb. I've used these gloves for about 2 weeks now as well. But the main thing you can see right here, try to give you guys a close-up, is the stitching where they use that for that little design is starting to really already kind of come out and come loose. So I'm not sure how far deep that actually goes into the glove, if it's attached to the actual foam on the inside of this thumb, or if it's just an aesthetic look to it. But nonetheless, we're using these for only 2 weeks. That's kind of disappointing to see the threads start to kind of pull away. And then you can see the thumb is done okay. There's some areas here that you can see that could have been reinforced a little bit better. The leather is done nicely. I think it's bonded nicely to the foam on the inside, which you can see there. It has a nice medium-sized grip bar that has a nice firmness to it. The leather they use on the palm is nice and soft and supple, to kind of show you guys that they use full leather right there. The piping looks really good. This Velcro strap is done really nicely. Everything's all nicely reinforced to the side of the glove right there. The double stitching is done pretty good there. It's not crooked. The piping is done really nicely, and I showed you guys the inside liner as well. Kind of the polyester, kind of has like a microfiber feel to it, but really kind of a satin feel. And then you also have that elastic piece that goes in right here to kind of keep the glove together when you put your hand in here. Double stitching on the inside. So I definitely like the quality of the leather. I just think that the actual craftsmanship could be improved on this glove in terms of the stitching. The actual back patch right here for the Velcro is a full length, both width-wise and height-wise, so that's really good to see. So the actual comfort of the glove when you put your hand in here, these feel really nice hand compartment. For being 14 ounces, I have medium-sized hands. These fit me perfectly. My hands don't wiggle. It's not loose on the inside. Thumb placement is optimal. I feel like my thumb runs nice and parallel. Doesn't jam at the top. And there's a nice layer of probably about an inch of foam on the back of my thumb to give me a little protection if I need to catch any shots. Grip bar is in a really nice spot as well. And my fingertips have a nice amount of room inside there. Doesn't feel like they collapse on each other or they're too crowded. And you do have kind of about an inch of extra foam on the fingertips to give you a little extra to grip on when you make a fist. Now this particular glove uses a four-layer multi-layer foam padding with gel incorporated into the foam. So what that does is help with dispersing the energy of the shot. And I feel like these gloves are more on the protective side. You definitely get some feedback with these, but because of the gel and the multi-layer foam padding, you definitely get more protection in that, the fact that you don't really have a lot of shock going through to your hand. One thing to mention is that these gloves do take a little bit of breaking in, and you can really see that I can't really open my hand up all the way. I'm definitely gonna have to use these more at the gym to really be able to open my hand up. Once the top surface right here of this foam really breaks in, and for me hitting the bag, then you'll get a little bit more flexibility in the fingertips where you can open and close. So they're not super stiff, but they're not super broken in either. They're right in the middle, so it definitely takes some time. The actual palm side right here doesn't feel like you have any pressure points. The seam feels really good on the thumb as well. And my wrist feels really nicely well supported. I like that the Velcro strap isn't too long, so you don't get this big lip that kind of goes over, and then you have that extra Velcro that hangs over. So they did a really nice job in terms of the length of the strap to not make it too long or too short. And then you have that hinge point right there that gives you enough flexibility, but doesn't allow you to overextend your hand. Now the protection and the performance of the glove, before I actually show you guys the foam and the firmness of that, is to show you guys the wrist. You do have about a 3/4 inch layer of foam on both sides of the wrist right here to really lock your wrist in. And then you have, it feels like EVA on the back of the hand, which is about a 1/2 inch of EVA. So once your hand, or should I say your arm is in here, you get a really nice cuff around it, and this really tightens down and gives you that support that you want. Now the actual padding, that multi-layer foam, you can see this is a little bit more on the dense side, both with the layers of foam they use and the gel padding in there. So for those of you that want something that's more of a mid to compact glove, but you want more protection so you can really land some heavy shots on the bag, I think you guys will really like the composition of this foam, that it gives enough protection, but you still feel some of the energy come through on the shot to give you a little bit of feedback. So I definitely like that. Now cost-wise is where these gloves really excel. They're about 34 British pounds, which equals out to be about 41 US dollars. If you're in the UK, they do offer free shipping, which is a really great deal. If you're in the UK for a glove that's this affordable, that's full genuine leather, it's a really nice deal. I think this glove is one of the best in terms of cost to performance ratio. If you're here in the States, it's about $15 to ship it here statewide. So if you're converting it over to US dollars here in the States, these gloves are about $53 to $54, just depending on the currency exchange rate at that time. So even at that price for here, for everybody here in the States, you know, here over 50 bucks for a full genuine leather glove is a really nice deal. The only improvements I would say would just be with the craftsmanship of the stitching, or make a model where you just kind of remove this extra stitching on the top and just leave everything clean. That way you don't have any of the stitching, or you have the opportunity of having the stitching come off, is what I'm trying to say. So but performance-wise, and the use of full genuine leather on a glove at this price point is really nice to see. And I think it does a really good job of balancing out and giving you the good properties of a gel-lined glove, but also giving you some feedback if you're those that want more of a feedback style glove as well. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these Velo boxing gloves. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.